Good morning, dear students. We'll be doing today lesson number 3, indices and cube root. The video which is uploaded along with this will give you a revision of the indices rules which we have already learned in 7th standard. Along with that video, I'll be putting up a image, a small test, some sums with some blanks which you have to fill for homework. That will be a revision of the 7th standard where you will be using the indices rule. After learning the indices rules, after doing the quick revision of indices rule, we'll be starting with the rational indices. Till now you have learned numbers like 4 raised to 3 or 3 raised to 5, meanings of such number, where 3 raised to 5 means 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3, 5 times. Now we'll be learning examples where we'll be having rational indices. For example, 4 raised to 1 upon 2, or numbers like 3 raised to 1 upon 5, or numbers like 7 raised to 4 upon 3, where the index or the power, you can see the index or the power will be a rational number. So we'll be learning now such numbers. We'll be learning what are rational indices. Okay, so now let's start with rational indices. Rational indices are actually of the form 1 upon 2 or 1 upon 3, 1 upon 5 and so on. What does 1 upon 2 mean? When we have an index 1 upon 2, it means square root of. You need to remove square root of. When we write 4 raised to 2, it means square of 4. When we write 4 raised to 1 upon 2, it means square root of 4. When we write 5 raised to 3, it means cube of 5. Cube of 5. When we write 5 raised to 1 upon 3, it means cube root of 5. Cube root of 5. So, in the first exercise, we'll be learning only the rational indices with numerator 1. We'll be also learning rational indices with numerators like 4 upon 3, where it is not 1 numerator. But in the first exercise, we'll be learning only indices with numerator 1, which means cube root. If we have 1 upon 5, it means fifth root. If we have 1 upon 2, it means square root. If the power is 1 upon 4, that means fourth root. If the power is 1 upon 7, that means seventh root. If we have, say for example, 1 upon 3, it means cube root. Or if we have 1 upon 19, it means 19th root. Okay, so this is the example, or this is the explanation of what are rational indices. We have learned very well the difference between 2 raised to 4 and 2 raised to 1 upon 4. 2 raised to 4 means fourth power of 2, and 2 raised to 1 upon 4 means fourth root of 2. Remember children, 2 raised to 4 means fourth power of 2, and 2 raised to 1 upon 4 means fourth root of 2. Okay, so now let's see more examples. I'll teach you all more examples. That examples will help you to solve exercise number 3.1. Let's take more examples. For example, if I have 3 raised to 5, what does 3 raised to 5 means? 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. 3 multiplied 5 times, right? So this can be written as fifth power. Fifth power of 3. It can be written as fifth power of 3. Now when you calculate this answer, you get the answer 243. 3 raised to 5 is 243. 3 raised to 5 is 243. So we can write as 3 raised to 5 is 243. Okay, now let's write this full expression using now root sign, that is the inverse. Now this fifth power will go on the other side and it will become fifth root. It will become root. Fifth root of 243 will be 3. See the difference, children. This is 3 raised to 5 is 243. Then this power 5, when it goes on the other side, it becomes root. Fifth root of 243 is 3. So conversely, it can be written as fifth root of 243 is 3. Let's take a general example. If I say that a raised to n, a raised to n, say for example the answer is b. That means a will be, this n will go on the other side, will become nth root of b in general. Let's take an example. Sometimes the sums are much clearer with the examples. Let's take examples. 2 raised to 4. 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. Okay, that is 4 4s are 16. We get the answer 16. 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. Answer is 16. So conversely, it will become 2 is equal to fourth root of 16. And how fourth root can be written as 16 raised to 1 upon 4. This is how we write fourth root. Similarly, here how fifth root can be written as 243 raised to 1 upon 5. So basically, rational roots are nothing but, rational powers are nothing but roots. They are roots. We call it as roots. If it is 1 upon 2, we call it square root of. If it is 1 upon 3, we call it cube root of. If it is 1 upon 5, we call it fifth root of. Okay. Now let's see exercise 3.1. Exercise 3.1 are having all the sums based on writing in expressions. For example, if they ask you if they ask you to write fifth root of 13 in index form. Index form means you have to use the power. Fifth root of 13 can be written as 13 raised to 1 upon 5. It is fifth root, right? 13 raised to 1 upon 5. If they ask you what is square root of 256, this will be 256. Square root means 1 upon 2. 256 raised to 1 upon 2. Now, if they ask you, for example, 8th root of 100. So this will be 100 raised to 1 upon 8. 8th root means 100 raised to 1 upon 8. Okay. Now this is given in words, you write in index form. Now question number 2 is, index form is given, you have to write in words. So let's try the other way also. Suppose index form is given. For example, 512 raised to 1 upon 9. Now how this can be written? 1 upon 9 it is, right? So it will be ninth root of 512. This is how we will write in words. Index form is given, you have to write it in words. Let's take one more example. 6 raised to 1 upon 7. This will be written as 7th root of 6. Okay, it will be written as 7th root of 6. Fine. So this is how we'll be writing it in words. Now after this we'll be learning more index forms. Till now we learned index forms like this 1 upon 2, 1 upon 3. Now we'll be learning index form like 5 upon 2 or 7 upon 5 or 4 upon 3. This kind of powers we'll learn now. Okay, we'll see what is the meaning of this kind of powers. Okay, now let's take an example now again. Let's take an example. We know that 8 square is 64. 8 square means 8 eights. 8 square means 8 eights. But how do we write 8? How do we write 8? We write 8 as 2 cube. 8 is 2 cube. 2 into 2 into 2 is 8. Again, how this 8 can be written as 2 cube. Okay, so total how many 2's are there over here? 3 and 3, 6 2's are there. That means 2 raised to 6. And when we again multiply by 2, that is again make power 2, we get answer 64. Okay, now okay, let's take it in the other way. Let's forget this example for now. We have learned one rule in indices. If you remember this rule, a raised to m raised to n is a raised to mn. Do you remember this rule, children? A raised to m raised to n is a raised to mn. So if I write 2 raised to 4 raised to 3, what will be the answer of this? 2 raised to 4 3s are 12. This will be the answer, right? Yes. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use an index power now. 2 raised to 1 upon 2 raised to 3. Now use the same index rule. This will be 2 raised to 1 upon 2 into 3, which will become 2 raised to 3 upon 2. So this is how we are going to learn. We are going to split this rational number in two parts like this. Let's take more examples, children. If this is not clear, we'll take more example. 5 raised to 4 upon 3. If I have a number 5 raised to 4 upon 3, it can be written as 5 raised to 1 upon 3. 1 upon 3 separate, the whole raised to 4. It can be written in this way, or the other way is we write 4 inside and 1 upon 3 outside. So this is how we are going to split this rational index. Let's take one more example. 7 raised to 5 upon 2. If I had an index 7 raised to 5 upon 2. So how am I going to split this and write? It can be written as 7 1 upon 2 raised to 5. Otherwise 5 inside and 1 upon 2 outside. See clearly, children, 5 is up, 2 is in the denominator, so we are writing 1 upon 2. Okay, see, 3 is in the denominator, 1 upon 3. Fine. Now how to read these numbers? How we are going to read this number? See, we'll read this number like this. 4th power of cube root of 5. We'll be reading it like this from the outer side. 4th power of cube root of 5. Here we'll be reading it as cube root of 4th power of 5. Let's see how we will read over here. 5th power of square root of 7. Here it will be read as square root of 5th power of 7. This is how we'll be reading it in words. Okay, let's take one example. Okay, let's take an example of 81 raised to 6 upon 7. 81 raised to 6 upon 7. Now 81 raised to 6 upon 7 can be written as either 81 raised to 1 upon 7 the whole raised to 6, or 81 raised to 6 raised to 1 upon 7. These are the two ways. Okay, now how to read the first one? 6th power 7th root of 81. Yes, see, 7th root of 6th power of 81. This is how we are going to read the numbers. This is power of root. First root, then power. So power of root of 81. Root of power of 81. Root of power of 7. Power of root of 7. This way. Okay, let's take one more example now. 21 raised to 3 upon 7. Now how 21 raised to 3 upon 7 can be written? We can write 21 raised to 1 upon 7 first and 3 outside, or the other way is 21 3 inside 1 upon 7 outside, like this. Okay, now how to read this? Cube of 7th root of 21. This will be 7th root of cube of 21. Okay, so this is power of root of 21. This is root of power of 21. Remember children, you have to read from the outer side. Root of power of 21. Power of root of 21. Okay, now on so many examples we have taken, there are some more examples in your exercise, that is exercise 3.2. Okay, quickly I'll help you solve exercise 3.2, then we'll stop for today and then we will continue with the next topic in the next lecture. Okay, now let's see what is there in exercise 3.2. In exercise 3.2 they have given you the number and they are telling you to write it in different forms. They are telling you to write it in power of root form, that means power first and then root inside, and then they are telling you to write root of power form, that means root will be outside and power will be inside. Okay, so let's take one example. 225 raised to 3 upon 2. Now power of root, that means power should be outside, root should be inside. So let us first write down 225. Power should be outside. So which is the power over here? 3. 3 will be outside. And which is the root over here? 1 upon 2 will be inside. So this is power of root of 225. So we can write in words as cube of, this is square root of 225. Okay, now they are telling you to first write root, then write power. Root of power. Okay, so first you write 225. Now they are telling you to write root of power, that means root will go outside. First root will come. Which is the root over here? 2. So 1 upon 2 will come out and power is 3 will be inside. This is root of power. So how to write this one? Square root of cube of 225. Okay, let's take one more example. 45 raised to 4 upon 5. 45 raised to 4 upon 5 again. Now in this column we'll be writing power of root. That means first you write down 45 and then think. Power they want outside, right? So what is the power over here? 4. 4 will come outside and root will come inside. 1 upon 5. Okay, how to write this one? Power is 4th. 4th power of 5th root of 45. Okay, now let's write it in reverse way. The root will go out, power will come inside. They wanted root first and then power. So root will come out, root will be first outside and power inside. So how to write this? This will be 5th root. So sorry, see, this is 5th root. 5th root of fourth power. This is fourth power. See, fourth power of 45. Fifth root of fourth power of 45. Okay, so exercise 3.2 is having this kind of sums. Try solving these sums. Okay, try exercise 3.2. There is also one more sum in which they have given in words. You have to write it in index form. They will give you like this, so you have to write it in index form. Okay, so try exercise 3.2 and try exercise 3.1 in your notebook. I have given a lot of examples in this video. Take help of examples and solve these two exercises. We'll meet in the next lecture for exercise 3.3. Okay, see you.